Ladies and gentlemen, you read that title correctly. There is leaked gameplay of Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 multiplayer out right now on Twitter. Just search it up. Trust me, you will find it. I'm not going to put any links to it. I'm not going to be showing it. I just want to talk about it because, oh my god, it looks amazing. Of course, Call of Duty Next is literally tomorrow, and we're going to have the beta the day after that, so it's not like these leaks are that necessary. We're going to find out a bunch about the game really soon, but if you're impatient like a lot of people, like sometimes myself, then definitely go check that stuff out. But keep in mind, of course, some of those footage is early gameplay, like probably from a build that's a little bit earlier than what we're going to even be playing in the beta, and it's not the full picture. That's always the case with leaks. It's not the full picture. But I do find some enjoyment out of leaks. I know a lot of people despise them, and you're completely valid to that opinion. I'm not really sure how developers feel about them because sometimes I feel like Activision purposefully leaks stuff just to kind of, make us more excited for certain things, but obviously other things they don't want to be leaked, like for example, like story spoilers. Obviously they don't want to leak that stuff out. So I'm not really sure how that works, how Activision feels about them. They usually block them, but that's just, common courtesy. But in general, I'm just really happy with how this game looks based on these leaks. We saw some gameplay, we saw how the movement looks, the time to kill. It was obviously just playing against bots, but we got to just see how this game looks, and it looks incredible. There's a couple things I wanted to point out specifically, and there was also a ton of leaks for Call of Duty 2024, which I won't say a ton of leaks, but there was a couple leaks, mainly in terms of zombies, and I'm going to just slightly mention stuff about that later towards the end of this video because it is some pretty big stuff, and I might make a whole separate video on those leaks as well. But for the gameplay here, the main things that I wanted to point out from the gameplay, the time to kill looks great. It looks more similar to like Black Ops 3 or World War II's time to kill. A lot of people were assuming it was going to be just like Cold War or Black Ops 4 because of the 150 HP. But you guys know, like, that's not how time to kill works. It doesn't have to be exactly like other games with 150 HP because the guns can do different types of damages depending on the game. Of course, they can make the guns do whatever amount of damage that they want. It could be, 300 HP and they could still make the guns insta-kill. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't really matter. But based on the gameplay here, it does look like the time to kill is decently slow, but it's also not probably as slow as like Cold War or Black Ops 4. From the gameplay, I couldn't really get a good look at it. Of course, the gun he was using in the gameplay could have been one of the better guns in the game, so we don't really know for sure. We're going to have to get hands-on to really feel it fully, but it looks really good. The hit markers sound incredible, like the best sounding hit marker I think I've ever heard in Call of Duty, which has happened before in the beta. I believe it was Cold War, if I'm not mistaken, where the hit marker sounded really good in the beta, but then they changed it for the full game for some reason. I hope they keep these hit marker sounds here because it sounds so smooth and amazing. And speaking of smooth, the movement, oh my god, it is so smooth. Now, of course, the person playing in the gameplay, they were fidgeting around a little bit too much. They're probably not the best with the movement, or they're just trying to get used to it, but it looks pretty smooth for what it is. It looks fast, it looks fluid, it does not look like it's going to be holding you back. The ADS speeds look kind of fast, the sprint to fire looks fast, everything just looks fast, which is exactly what I've been asking for and what everyone else has been asking for years now. The colors look amazing. It's just everything's so vibrant and just pops out at you way more than it even did back in Modern Warfare 2 with the classic maps, because of course we're playing on the same maps and you get to see how much more colorful they are here, and it just looks outstanding. There's some sniping gameplay, which I'm not a big sniper, but if you like sniping, there's some gameplay of that out there so you can see how fast, the sniper's ADS and all that. That stuff looks really cool. Another really great thing about this gameplay is the visual recoil is not there. Like, it looks so damn good. There's no clutter going on while the different smoke popping out of the gun. It just looks so much cleaner. They were also using a reflex sight that was from Vanguard, and that looks really clean. There's an ELO sight as well. Like, there's just so many cool little features here. I saw some of the attachments. There's a lot of cool attachments that actually look useful and don't look like they're completely destroying the gun. The only thing I'm not crazy about based on these leaks, and of course, these are just leaks, the full game could be very different, keep that in mind, but I'm not happy with the fact that there's no health bars. I don't see a health bar for your own self or for enemies, which I thought with 150 HP we were probably going to get that. At the very least, our own health bar. I would love to see that, and there was none for the enemies, and I don't know. I really wasn't sure if they were going to actually have that or not, but I just feel like that's a very good quality of life feature that made Black Ops 4 and Cold War a lot better. Infinite Warfare had them as well, at least for the enemies. So I would love to have that feature. I'm not sure if they're going to do it. I'm not sure if they're going to add that, but that would be really, really cool. And also, I'm still not a fan of the UI, whether it be in the menus or in the creative class or in the even just the screen itself. There's just a lot of things that I just don't like about it, and it has to do with a lot of the similar things that I had a problem with back in Modern Warfare 2. I don't think it's a terrible UI by any means. I just don't think it's what I would prefer for the game, and it's just, I guess it's just the way they want to do it now, so it's nothing you can do about it really. And now there's only one thing to mention in terms of Modern Warfare 3 Zombies. There was the leaked menu music for Zombies, and it sounds so damn good. And it, of course, is a remix of Damned. They're titling it Damned 6 here. And it might just be my favorite version of Damned. Just based on what I heard, it sounds so good. It is just music to my ears. It's probably the best in terms of like paying homage to the original version of the music, while also making it a bit different, because some of the later versions of Damned, although they've been really great, a lot of them really tried to do their own thing and change it up, which is completely fine, but this one is really trying to be like another version of Damned in the best way possible, and it just sounds so good. You gotta take a listen for yourself, or just wait till the full game comes out. Either way, it sounds amazing. Now, there was some leaks for Call of Duty 2024 Zombies as well, and this stuff really excited me. I'm crazy that we're getting leaks for a game that doesn't even come out for another year, but this happens all the time. We always get leaks so far in advance. And the two leaks that we have here, first of all, there is going to be 2 maps at launch, apparently. Now, that's at least what they see in the leaks here. That could definitely change. I mean, we're 2 years away. They can definitely hold one of them back, or maybe there's gonna be a third one, but for now it is 2, which is a great number. I'd be completely happy with that, assuming both of the maps are like fully fledged Easter egg maps. And this is, of course, round-based maps. And one of them, and this is, of course, just leaks, things can change. One of them is labeled Quartz. Like, that's not the name of the map, it's just the code name, which code names a lot of the time, they're just random. Like, sometimes they don't have anything to do with the map itself. So don't think that Quartz actually means something to what the map's going to be. But Quartz and then Garnet, which are both different versions of like gemstones, I guess. I don't really know, but that's not the interesting thing. The code names don't really matter too much. The interesting thing is that there was also some stuff labeled next to these maps, and one of which is a trap. Actually, 2 of which are traps. There's first one is a deck cannon trap, which that sounds interesting. And then the other one is a tentacle trap. Now, just from hearing those first 2 things, what do you think about, right? Deck cannon, what could that possibly be? My mind jumped to a ship. More specifically, some sort of a pirate ship, because what type of ship would have a cannon? Usually some sort of a pirate ship. It doesn't have to be exactly like a pirate ship. It could definitely be a more modern ship of some sort. But regardless, it's going to be something, because it says deck, so that means it's going to be on a ship with a cannon, which sounds really damn awesome. And of course, the tentacle trap, which leads me to believe that also this definitely could be a boat, because if there's going to be tentacles, maybe it's going to be some sort of a sea monster like a kraken. That can definitely work. And some sort of a pirate-themed map with krakens, with tentacle monsters, sounds pretty awesome to me. And it would fit with the story, because obviously Cold War ended with Peck going on that, or he was going to rent a boat, right? And then he's going to go on a boat, and that's how that ended. They can definitely start it off with you actually on that map, and I think that would be pretty cool. And then as for the Garnet map, it says something about some sort of quest with some vermin jump scare, which I don't really know what that's referring to. Some sort of a jump scare with a rat or something. I don't know. But it doesn't really give much more information than that. So it's really weird how we're getting these little bits of details. It's not like we're getting that many leaks, but it's enough to at least excite me and just let me know that there's something really cool coming with that game. And of course, that's going to do it for this video. Let me know your guys' thoughts of these leaks down in the comment section. I will be live streaming the Call of Duty Next event. We will be talking all about it. It's going to be really, really fun. I cannot wait to make tons of videos on it and just talking about the good and the bad and whatever else I may want to discuss. I will see you all in my next one. Peace out.